going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another MLB 21 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. It is Wednesday, the Wednesday before a brand new roster update, which is coming out this Friday. So in today's video, we're going to go over the cards that I think are going to get upgraded, some of the cards that you can invest in long term and be able to make a lot of stubs. Last roster update, we profited very, very well. There were a lot of cards that went from silver to gold and from gold to diamond, and we invested in them heavily. And if you paid attention and watched and followed my advice in that video, well, you probably made out pretty well. So I think we got some good information in today's video. Now, if there are any cards or players that I omit here, it's not that I did it purposely. For video time purposes, we're only going to go over a certain number of cards, and you know, some just might be doing better and I didn't even notice it. But if there are any cards or players that you guys think are definitely locks to get upgrades, or guys that you're investing in for the long term, feel free to leave it down below in the comment section. And if you're new here, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you find this video helpful, make sure you hit that thumbs up. It shows me some support, it helps my channel grow, and I thank you guys for tuning in. So let's go ahead and talk about the very first player, and to no surprise to most of you, it's Jesse Winker. Now this dude is absolutely balling. 346 average, that's number 1 in baseball. He has 17 home runs. That's tied for number 3 in baseball. 407 on base percentage, 1.061 OPS for Jesse Winker. That is number 2 in baseball. Here's the interesting thing about this card. If we take a look at his pricing right now, basically under 4,000 stubs. He's an 81. He's going to get an upgrade in my opinion. Will he get enough of an upgrade to go to Diamond? I don't believe so, not just yet. I think the biggest problem here is that he just does not hit left-handed pitching very well. 9 of his 71 hits are against right-handed, 9 of his 71 hits are against left-handed pitching, and he only has like 2 or 3 home runs out of the 17 in total. So, you know, I don't know if his contact versus left and power versus left are going to go up. Contact versus right and power versus right are very good. Maybe they boost him up a little bit in power. If he keeps this up, you know, he's going to get an upgrade, but I don't know if it's enough to make him Diamond. And with that being said, I think he's at a pretty honest price right now for this overall. And even if he gets to an 84 overall, I don't see his price rising a ton. So, you know, should you invest in this card? If you did early in the year, I mean, if we take a look at the marketplace trends over the last couple weeks or so, he's obviously going up in price, and that's because, you know, he's balling, but he's got to start hitting left-handed pitching a little bit better. I don't know how well he is defensively, so I don't know if we'll see, you know, a defensive upgrade for Jesse Winker, but that's something to keep an eye on. Does he have the ability to go Diamond? If so, buying him at 3,000 or a little over 3,000 stubs. Eventually, if he goes Diamond, that's quick selling for 5,000 stubs. Lots of profit to be made. I just don't know if it's going to happen. Yuli Guriel is the next guy on my list. 333 average, number 4 in baseball. He doesn't hit a ton of home runs, so I don't think that he's going to get a power upgrade here. 8 home runs on the season, 406 on base percentage, 938 OPS. That's number 9 in baseball. Against left-handed pitching, he's hitting 345, 23 hits against left-handed pitching. Against right-handed pitching, 325. It's not bad at all, obviously. Only 19 hits. So the reason I bring that up is because he's hitting lefties better, but it says the total opposite in the game. Contact against lefties within the game is an 84 versus contact against righties is a 90. So I don't know if they can leave contact against righties where it is and then bump up the lefties a little bit. Again, I don't see a ton of change with the power numbers because he's just not hitting a ton of home runs. In defense, I'm not sure as well. Will his contact against lefties get bumped up enough to put him to an 85? If we take a look at his card, I mean, this is kind of my favorite thing to do, right? We'll talk about this with several cards. We saw it with Vlad Jr. last roster update. If he goes to Diamond, he's an 84 right now. You can buy him at, we'll just round down and say 4,000 stubs. If he goes to Diamond, that card then becomes quick sellable at 5,000 stubs. So if you buy right now and then quick sell him when he goes to Diamond, if he goes to Diamond, I should say, almost 1,000 stub profit on every card that you buy. But are you confident enough to go ahead and get this card or invest in this card with only his contact probably getting bumped up? I'm going to wait and see. One thing that you can wait and see happen too is if he doesn't get an upgrade on Friday, more than likely his price will tank probably by almost 1,000 stubs. if and when that happens, it might be a good time to buy then if you actually believe in his ability to continue to do this throughout the rest of the season. So I'm not buying right now, but I'm definitely keeping my eye on it, and I'm hoping that he doesn't get an upgrade on Friday. I'm going to wait for the price tank, then start buying the card and hope that he continues to play the way that he's been playing all season. Next card up is JD Martinez, and I feel like he's playing so well I kind of have to mention him, but I'll be honest, I don't see much of an upgrade happening here. JD Martinez has a 319 average, that's number 8 in baseball, 12 home runs, 68 hits, his on-base percentage is 387, his OPS is number 7 in baseball at .950, but if you look at his card, I mean, he's a great hitter. 92 contact against righties, 91 against lefties, power is in the 90s against both right and lefties. He doesn't strike out a ton, but he strikes out a lot if you can kind of get the difference there. So I don't know if his vision is going to increase, and nothing on those hitting stats is going to increase his defensive stats. So I don't really know if we can see this card going diamond or not unless he just continues to crush the baseball over a long period of time. So I would be a little at ease on this card, but there's also a lot of potential because if he somehow does make it to diamond, look at the pricing right now. Under 2,000 stubs. If you buy this card at say 1.5 and then he eventually goes diamond, you're looking at a 3.5 thousand profit just by quick selling him if he goes diamond on every card that you buy. But I think we need to see production somehow. I don't know what else. Maybe he needs to stop striking out or get a couple more walks. We need that vision to go up, and we need the contact or the power, some of those numbers to get in within the hundreds. And I think that's why you're seeing his price so low. But definitely a card to keep an eye out on. We're going to stay in the AL East with Cedric Mullins. This is a card I told you guys to invest in a long time ago. He still hasn't really gotten a ton of upgrades that have moved him over to a new tier, but he's playing very well. This is on the season, a 325 average, that's number 6 in baseball, 935 OPS, that's number 11 in baseball, 75 total hits on the season, that's number 3 in baseball, and over the last 15 days, he's been absolutely playing very, very good baseball. The problem with this card is everybody seems to be investing, so he's going to be a silver card on Friday. I would be absolutely shocked if he's not. But look at the pricing on him. I mean, he's approaching almost 800 stubs. Silver cards only quick sell for 100. And we're starting to get to a point where a lot of silver cards in the game are, 200 stubs. So if you invested in this card already, to be honest, I would be selling him right now. At these prices, that's already a really, really good come up if you got him cheap. I mean, if we take a look at his marketplace trends, he was very, very cheap for very, very long, under 200 stubs. You should be selling right now. So will he get an upgrade? Yes. Should you invest in him? Absolutely not. If you did invest in him, now is the time to be selling. The next couple batters we're going to talk about won't necessarily or might not necessarily get upgrades this coming Friday, but I think they're players to keep an eye on. The first one is Padmin Smith for the Diamondbacks. Over the last 15 days, he's had a .442 batting average, 292 on the season, so he's getting pretty close to 300, and as you see here, very, very inexpensive. Does he have the potential to go gold or diamond? Probably not, right? But maybe a silver card. If you're buying right now at 30 stubs, he goes silver at very minimum. You can quick sell it for 100 stubs. That's a 70 stub profit right now. And this honestly is a good card to flip right now. Just buying at 33, 34, 35K and then selling at 200K. You're making some profit there. I invested a little bit in him. So we have, if we take a look at Padmin Smith, wherever he is, we bought 21 of his cards. I don't know if you can see it because of my face cam, but I got 21 Padmin Smith cards. So keep an eye out on this guy. I don't think it's it's a long-term investment, right? You're not going to get rich off of this card, but he's been playing very well. Will he continue to play well? He's very close to 300 batting average. We'll have to wait and see. Since we're on the Diamondbacks, I'll show you one other card that I've written down. Not really investing on this a ton, but another potential card here. I'm going to probably kill his name, but is it Kettle or Ketel Marte for the Diamondbacks? 83 overall gold card. Now, I'm not entirely familiar with him, but I'm assuming maybe he's been out or has missed some games this season because he wasn't showing up on any of like the league leaders, but he's hitting 366 on the season, which is really, really good, obviously. JD Martinez, we said earlier in the video, was 319 average, and that was number 8 on in MLB. Marte hitting 366. I'm guessing he just didn't have enough at-bats to qualify, but that's a really good season average. And then also over the last 15 games, he's hitting 380. So again, not a card that's going to get an upgrade this Friday more than likely, but if he can continue to hit in the mid 300s as far as his batting average goes, look at his contact against righties and lefties. Lefties really good there. He doesn't have a ton of power numbers. He could be a guy that could eventually go diamond. This is a long-term investment, and remember, with diamonds, they quick sell at 5,000 stubs. If you're buying them in this 3,500 range, you know, it's a 1.5K profit every single time you buy one of these at this price now and quick sell it at a diamond quick sell value. Or he could go above that, or he could not get an upgrade at all. But this is another one, like I said, these are not cards to invest in, like, for sure. They're just ones to keep an eye out on. When I give you that information, well, it's there. Next up, Charlie Blackman, and I swear, as I'm doing this video, some other YouTubers had to be putting out some information on some of these cards because these prices are going up from the point that I did my research up until the point that I'm recording. But Charlie Blackman's another guy to keep an eye on. We all know he's a really good player. He's just getting up there in age. I followed him for a while as a Rockies fan until Nolan left. But over the last 15 games, 395 average, so it feels like he's starting to heat up finally. Had a very slow start to the season. In fact, he got downgraded from a gold to a silver. Now he's hitting 274 on the season, which is not very good, but at a 79 overall, he's under that quick sell value if he gets upgraded to gold. Now, two things I want to talk about, and this goes for any card that's going to be changing tiers. If you were for example, put in 500 buy now orders at, 850 stubs, and then he got upgraded to gold, all of those buy now orders stay in there until you cancel them. And if he does get upgraded to gold, nobody can put buy orders under 1,000 stubs at that point because his quick sell value. So for any cards that we're talking about maybe changing from silver to gold or gold to diamond, if you want to, this is up to you, you can put in a ton of orders right before the changeover potentially happens, and they kind of lock in there. They stay in there. I'll try to show you an example. I'm going to come back to Charlie Blackman. Let's see if we can find an example with Adam Frazier here, because this is a good one. All right, this is a very good one. Look at all of these orders, right? He cannot be, you can't put a new order in at 1,000 subs or under 1,000 subs. So if I try to put 500 here, it's not going to let me because his gold card is a quick sell value of 1,000. But all of these people that have buy orders in there, they put these in before he got upgraded. Big brain mentality right there. I didn't really realize it till the last roster update. So now people mistakenly might sell these people cards for 300, 400 stubs. Well, it's under 300 at this point. And if they do, that's an instant profit because you can then sell them for the price he's going for, or you can quick sell them for the 1,000 subs. But I did want to make sure we point that out. Charlie Blackman could be one of those cards later on. I don't think he gets an upgrade this week, but if he continues to do what he can do, he's definitely got the potential to go back to gold. This is a card you could put a ton of buyout orders in right now at 700 stubs, and then when eventually he gets up there, it'll be the same thing as we just saw with Adam Frazier. Also, you buy him now at this price. If he does go gold, there's your quick sell value, almost 300 stubs profit every single card that you invest in. We're going to move on to pitchers in a moment, but the last batter that we'll talk about here is Tyler O'Neill. I've talked about this guy on my live stream. I almost have to think he is a lock at going gold this week, and that's why I have 55 of these. This is the biggest investment that I'm making right now next to Lance Lynn, who we'll show you in a little while. The reason he's a 79 right now, I mean, look at the attributes on this card. He doesn't have good power, good contact. It's mainly because he's really fast, he has good reaction, good defense. If you look at this silver card, he actually has diamond defense, okay? So that's carried him all the way up to a 79. The best thing about this guy now is he's actually hitting the baseball very well. So Tyler O'Neill, if we take a look over his last 15 games, he's got 16 hits, 5 home runs, and a 340 average. So he's been heating up lately. But his numbers on the season aren't that bad either. 279 batting average, it's not great, I totally understand that. But he's got 41 hits, 13 home runs. If you tell me this guy hitting 279 on the season with 41 hits and 13 home runs, and then you look at the attributes on this card, I mean, that contact has to go up a little, right? He's not that bad, I can't speak. He's not that bad of a hitter. Also, power numbers, left and right, that should be bumped up. 13 home runs on the season. He can definitely hit for power. He's been playing very well. You see the prices kind of reflect the community knowing, but there's still definitely potential to make stubs here, because when he goes gold, like I've been talking about all along here, he's going to quick sell for 1,000 stubs. If you buy him right now at say 820 stubs, you buy 20 of these cards at 820 stubs. At that price, it's a 120 stub profit every time. 20 of those, that's 3,600 stubs profit. Not a ton, but all of this stuff adds up. I can't really remember all of the prices that I've paid for this card, but I've bought a lot of them, as you guys saw, over 50 of them. If we take a look at his marketplace trends, he's kind of slowly been going up, but there was a point in time where he was under 500 stubs. So this is a really good card to invest in. I think he goes gold on Friday, and I'll be looking to cash out when he does at 55 of these cards. I'm not showing Jacob deGrom for investment purposes because you can't really invest in a card that's almost 200,000 stubs. But I feel like I just have to mention him in this video. As a 0.62 ERA, one of the best pitchers in the game as far as the the video game goes, but definitely the best pitcher in baseball right now, and I fully expect him to get an upgrade. This is only going to make that Mets live series set a lot more expensive, so you might want to get him before it's too late if you've been pondering it or you're trying to finish up certain live series sets. This one might become a priority for you guys. It might already be too late, but he's definitely on the rise as far as pricing goes. We take a look at his value. I mean, not too long ago, he was 140, 150,000 stubs, and I thought that was a pretty high price. He's now rising all the way up to 200K. Kevin Gausman's another card that could potentially go to Diamond. I was kind of surprised he didn't get a May Player of the Month card. 1.27 ERA, that's number 2 in baseball. 7-0 record, 0.76 whip, that's number 3 in baseball, and a 1.56 batting average against, that's number 4 in baseball. If you believe this card's going to go Diamond, I think he gets an upgrade, but only to an 84 overall. If you believe he's going to go Diamond, like I said, you buy him at these prices, 3.8K, quick sell at 5,000 stubs. When he goes Diamond, 1.2K profit for every card that you buy. I would just hold off. He's going to go up, right? But I don't think he's going to go to Diamond yet, but he's certainly worth mentioning. Trevor Rogers, we've talked about him in past videos, and he's still pitching very, very well. I think he eventually goes gold. Will he go gold this Friday? Not 100% sure yet. This is kind of iffy, but if he does go, that's a 1,000 quick sell value. You can get him for 700 stubs right now on the season. 1.97 ERA, that's number 4 in baseball. 6-3 record, but that doesn't always, reflect the pitching that he's doing. What I see here is a 1.09 whip and a 2.11 batting average against. Big fan of Trevor Rogers. I'll be investing in him throughout the entire season. If he doesn't get an upgrade this Friday, it's not going to make me cool off on him. I actually just believe in this guy's potential, and I think he's a really good pitcher. Tyler Glasnow is a pitcher that a lot of people think's going to go Diamond, and if you believe he is as well, you should be buying this card right now. Same thing goes with the quick sell values. If he goes to Diamond, that's a 5,000 quick sell value. You can basically get him for 4,500 stubs right now. 500 stub profit every single time that you buy this card. On the season, 2.57 ERA. That's not really great, right? But what he is doing very well is striking people out. And if you look at his Ks per 9, it's only a 79. He's number 2 in baseball with 117 strikeouts. So that K per 9 is probably going to go up, and that's going to help his overall. Again, right now he's at 83. He needs a +2 in overall to get to that Diamond. He has a whip of 0.93 and a batting average against of 1.74. So hits per 9 is pretty good there. I think the Ks per 9 goes up, and that could get him to Diamond. Zack Wheeler, another pitcher that's striking a lot of people out and could get an increase in that Ks per 9. Now he just got a Player of the Month Diamond card. Will his live series card go Diamond? I don't think so just yet. He's got to continue to do this for a couple more weeks, but I could see him getting upgraded to like an 84 overall. And again, with the quick sell values, if you believe this card's going Diamond eventually, there's a lot of profit to be made investing in Zack Wheeler cards. 2.51 ERA, not the greatest, I understand that. But what he's doing is striking people out, much like Tyler Glasnow. 100 strikeouts on the season, 0.94 whip, so very similar to Glasnow, and then a 200 batting average against, which is pretty respectable. So Zack Wheeler, upgrade probably this Friday. Long-term investment, more than likely. Will he be making a ton of profit for you on Friday? Only if you invested him a lot earlier than this week. As you can see, his price not too long ago, under 1,000 stubs in the most part. mid 1000s, and he's on the rise for sure. Last card to go over in this video is Lynn. He absolutely deserved to get upgraded to a diamond on the last roster update, and he did not. I don't know why. I don't understand why this card isn't diamond, but I did not panic, and I think a lot of people did. When he did not go diamond last week, his card absolutely tanked in price, and it went down to like the mid to low 3,000 stub range. If you take a look at his marketplace trends over here, you can see that little dip after the last roster update, and then he's slowly gone up, and that's because he's just pitching very, very well. So I didn't panic. I kept all of the cards that I have, and there's still, even to this point, today, right now, 2 days before the roster update, absolute profit to be made. If you buy him at 4,500 stubs, as soon as he goes diamond, and I believe he will this time, that's a 500 stub profit for every single card that you buy. If we take a look at his numbers on the year, now he pitches tonight. If for whatever reason he has a bad outing, I wouldn't panic too much, because I would assume that these roster updates, I don't know what date they stop as far as what they're looking at, but I would think a recent start so close to the roster update happening tonight, I don't think that it would affect any update that they might have planned for him. But he's been so solid on the whole season. 1.23 ERA, 7-1 record, 0.92 whip, 172 batting average against. That's a diamond pitcher to me. I don't understand why I didn't get it last time. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to be investing more in this card. 500 stub profit. Like I said, every card you buy, almost a 600 stub profit. And I feel pretty confident. Confidence level 10 out of 10 on Lynn getting a diamond upgrade this Friday. So those are all the cards that I wanted to point out. There's so many others out there, but for video time purposes, we had to cut it to those. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out. Hope you make a lot of stubs. We'll be back on Friday when the roster updates goes live to take a look at all the profit that we're going to make. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.